Kryptonite, intense sex. 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 Kryptonite,
Minasa konnichiwa, já vás vítám u tohoto neohlašeného streamu, jak bývá u mě zvykem, ale dělám to z jednoho prostého důvodu, jsem prostě línej to natočit a pro mě je jednodušší zapnout ten stream, nechat záznam. Dneska se podíváme na první special program, jsem rád, že to mají jako u Genshinu, na hru Honkai Starley, na nový chystaný update 1.1. Všechny vás tu zde na streamu vítám všechny i ze záznamu a dneska se podíváme na tento special program, který byl včera, někdy k večeru. Já se na to dívám později, protože jsem neměl čas, dneska jsem se na to i vzpomněl, že jsem to chtěl vůbec se na to podívat natočit. Má to něco přes 37 minut, hádám, že tam bude i ten trailer, doufám, co je i tady vedle. Bude to asi podobné, jak to mají u Genshinu, special programy většinou, když končí daný update a blíží se novej, nebo počkej, jak to teď mám, teď jsem úplně zamotaný, no prostě, ne, když už se blíží konec toho daného updateu, říkám to správně, tak oni víc jak týden předtím udělají special program stream, je to u Genshinu, Honkai Starley to bude mít stejné, vidíte to tady. Většina z vás, co to viděla, tak můžete nám svůj názor. Ti z vás, co neviděli, tak se můžete podívat se mnou, nebo se to odpusťte zvlášť. A my se na to podíváme. Líkeři asi evidentně měli pravdu. Já, pokud sledujete nějaké líky, nebo jste viděli, tak ať už tomu věříte, nebo tak víte. Ti z vás, co ne, tak aspoň to máte jako překvapení. A já to nebudu zdržovat, asi jdu na to. Má to 37 minut, dáme to... Automaticky dám to HD, doufám, že to půjde, zapnu titulky, dám like, ani nevím proč. A jdem na to, je to první update 1.1 od vydání té hry, ta hra už má skoro měsíc, už se blíží konec první updateu 1.0, 40 dní, většinou jsou ty updaty, jak je to v Genshinu, no a my se na to podíváme, doufám, že to nebude nějak řvát. Ale vy nic neslyšíte samozřejmě, protože já to mám zase špatně nastavený. Tak, Logitech sluchátka a už by tam mělo být dobrý. Tady vidíme dvě nové postavy, které budou hratelné a třetí přijde.
Madam Yukong, what's the latest on the Lafu situation?
Well, for the most part, the Stellaron crisis has been brought under control. We've evacuated affected areas, and life has returned to normal in the safe zones.
I see. Mr. Lacha, I hear you experienced the crisis firsthand. What was it like on the ground?
Well, I was trapped in the Laofu's Cloudford Harbor at first. It was only thanks to the Cloud Knights and a fortuitous encounter with kindly strangers that I was able to escape unharmed.
That's the Xianzhou Alliance. I knew you guys had everything under control.
I should mention that over the course of this crisis, we've witnessed a lot of suspicious activity. We believe the infamous Stellaron hunters are responsible. We now have 2 suspects in our custody, Blade and Kafka. Unfortunately, their accomplice is still on the loose.
Oh, you're talking about the hacker girl, right?
Tak jo, to by mělo být další. Silverwolf.
I heard she infiltrated the
Třetí,
Xianzhou
3 nové
systems.
postavy. Je 5, je na 4.
Like this one?
Exactly, just like...
Takže tu máme trailer.
This place is different from the rest of the space station. We're on Genius Society turf.
Nová hratelná 5, Snowwolf.
Let's get going. We have to move quickly. Not what we're looking for. It's a bait signal. You can challenge the space station. But challenge me? Good luck. Welcome to Billabog's History and Culture Museum. As you can see, the interior looks brand new.
Nová postava se tam objeví.
But where
Tak bude v budoucnu určitě taky hratelná.
our exhibit
Nějaké muzeum.
stolen?
To je ta postava, která určitě v budoucnu možná bude hratelná. tady je ta druhá pětková nová.
Let me take a look. So these are the suspects.
A pak se určitě za chvilku objeví ta čtverková.
Never let your guard down.
Tady ji máme.
And now, young man, allow me to give you a dignified end.
No, takže jsou tu kódy, ty jsou do dneška, pokud se nepletu. Do 28.5. do 12 hodin, ok, ty já fakt aktivuju. To se vám mě překvapilo, když jsem se díval na kódy. Až tak, no, já nevím proč, ale mám to zaplutý v HD. A je to také rozmázleno, protože já si streamuju, není se čemu divit. A když se dívám na stream, tak je to nějaké tmavé ty barvy. No, já to streamuju ve HD jenom, takže je to možná tím, že jsou takové to. Už se mi to zdá. A já jsem nic s obrazem nedělal. No, možná se mi to zdá. Oproti té webkameře je to také rozmazanější. Plus je to, díváme se na video, no to je jedno. Co se týče Bladea a Kafky, ty by měly být spolu v příštím updateu 1.2 a s nima i čtverková postava, neboť oficiálně Honkai Starlight dal příspěvek nedávno, během týdne, 2 postavy a byl tam příspěvek právě Bladea a Kafky, což si myslím, že to je stejné jako u Genshinu. Genshin to má tak, když vydá Genshin nový update, tak pár dní po tom updateu na svůj Facebook, Twitter a všude nemá sociální sítě dává obrázky nových postav, které přibudou. Teď víme, že v Genshinu v 3.8 žádná nová postava nebude, ale Honkai Starlight to dal teďka, myslím, dříve. Takže v příštím updateu 1.2 by měl být Blade a Kafka. Takže tu je kód, tady přeskočíme, to nezdržujeme. Mají tu být i zase eventy, jak je to v Genshinu, je to prostě podobné jak Genshin, no. To asi nebude co. Jenom nám řeknu něco nového.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. As always, it's your host and good
Dokonce já nevím. To nevím, ale vím ty 5. Kafka a Blade by měly být na 2.
Galactic roaming special program.
Hello, good to be here.
Today, we've invited 3 special guests to be with us on the program. Introducing.
Hi guys, my name's Melissa Fun and I voice Silverwolf.
Hey folks, my name's Craig Lee Thomas and I voice Lacha.
Hi everyone, I'm Dawn M. Bennett and I voice Yukong.
Pleasure to have
Tu
you
Yukong bych chtěl a jestli bude z Silverwolf, té první fázi warpu, tak zkusím pár warpů na ní.
Well, judging from the trailer we just saw, it looks
Ale
like
chci
the
šetřit
old
na
areas got
Kafku,
some
to je jasné.
updates. Herta
Na
Space
tu její
Station,
kartičku.
Bellabog, and the Xianzhou Lafu.
I don't know if you noticed, but Silverwolf got the first bit of screen time. Just saying.
Čili jak je to animované, oproti v Genshinu ty postavy jsou vždycky takové, jsou tež rozpohybované, ale také 2, že neotačí tu hlavou a tak si myslím. Tady se tak postavy více hýbou. No, že to nemusí být takhle jak ve skutečnosti, ale což nevěřím, protože já nevím, že si za Silverwolf se dalo hrát, ne? Když se poprvé člověk spustil Honkai Starlight, tak si mohl hrát za ní a za Kafku, ne? Si to vyzkoušet. Seznámení s bojovým systémem a hrou, mám pocit. Jo, dalo se za ní hrát. Tak nechápu, proč tam píšou, že něco bude jinak. Můžu to ještě změnit.
I think she couldn't have timed it better.
I think you couldn't have timed that better.
So, what role does Silverwolf have within the Stellaron Hunters?
Takže bude mít
super hacker essentially. Lots of technical know-how.
Quantum,
If you've got a hack,
což má vlastně
she's got your
cell
back.
a Danielity.
It's kind of scary how good she is.
Yeah.
Hacking the surveillance system on her to space station? Not easy. That's how she located the stellar.
Ještě jsou v těch
Let's
bublinách,
not
lol.
forget the Xian Zhou. She hacked into the Lawfu's systems and guided the Astral Express crew onto the ship.
Hey,
Já ji zkusím jako VAR, pokud s ní bude ta Yukong, prostě ta čtverka.
Yeah. I guess what we're trying to say is Silverwolf is capable of breaking through any and all defense systems. That's why she's useful to the Stellaron hunters.
I see. Second question. What's with all the gaming paraphernalia?
Oh, I've been meaning to ask that too. A console here, controller buttons there. It's a vibe.
Well, this probably won't come as a surprise to anyone, but she's a gamer. In fact, she sees the universe as a game in itself, and she's playing to win. She actually uses a lot of gamer slang in conversation. Not everyone picks up on it, though.
Got it. So it's fair to say she's kind of a nerd?
You could say that. She's also not great at socializing.
Really? Huh. She always struck me as pretty outgoing.
I guess she does have a lot of friends.
Hold up a second. She's an outgoing nerd with poor social skills and a lot of friends. That's quite the combo.
Well, if you struggle to make friends, why not create your own?
Melissa, you're talking about imaginary friends, right? I'm not sure that counts.
Oh. Okay, let me explain. I'm talking about the AI modules in her weapons. See these little guys on her character artwork? That's friend. There's devil. This one over here is white collar. Oh, and this one's servant.
Jako ten design se mi jej líbí, no.
So cute.
Yeah, they're pretty adorable. When Silverwolf talks about her team of professionals, she's talking about these guys.
Hold on a second. Since when did AI become so adorable? Clearly, we're making it real easy for the machines to take over.
Jo, to mají dokonce napsané všechny dabery, kteří dabujou tu postavu v každém jazyce. V Genshinu to není, v Genshinu, když představují novou postavu, mají jenom anglického dabera a japonského.
Following the path of nihility, she can apply different debuffs to enemies to improve her allies' combat superiority. In particular, her skill can inflict a weakness on enemies. The weakness she inflicts matches a random ally's attack type.
Which is to say that even if nobody on her team has an attack type which matches an enemy's weakness, Silverwolf can create a weakness that will correspond to an ally's existing strength.
Exactly! In addition, every one of Silverwolf's attacks has a chance of inflicting the enemy with a random bug. There are 3 kinds of bugs, which reduce the enemy's attack,
Zajímavé, no,
defense, and speed,
že tady to
respectively.
ukazují všechny ty dabery.
And
Třeba to
outside
napraví.
combat, Silverwolf can use her technique to attack an enemy and enter battle. Regardless of enemy weakness, she deals damage to all enemies and reduces their toughness.
If Silverwolf breaks an enemy's weakness with her technique, it triggers the quantum weakness break effect, right?
Yes, that's right. What else was I going to mention? Her ultimate. Silverwolf's ultimate has a high chance of reducing the enemy's defense in addition to dealing damage.
I love that animation. So cool. It's like something out of a rhythm game, right? See, I'm starting to see what you mean by the universe being a game to her.
It doesn't stop there either. Did I mention her ability names? There's System Warning, Allow Changes, Awaiting System Response, Force Quit Program. Oh, you get the picture.
Yeah. Oh, is there one called a 10-set guarantee? Ooh. Or how about Single Warp Miracle?
Sadly not. Her ultimate's called User Banned, though.
Oh, I know what that means. Banned out of existence. Yeah, I guess the scary ultimate needs a scary name. Well, it's time to move on to the Xianzhou's mysterious visitor. Laocha, the traveling merchant.
Už taky ve hře byl triál, ale nemohli jsme ho, myslím, ovládat, on automaticky útočil.
Straight off the bat, man knows how to dress. Elegant look, gentlemanly demeanor, but
Povyšovat nebudu.
say he's hiding a secret.
Vyšovat, varpovat.
What do you think? Good guy or villain?
He
Villain.
seems very suspicious.
Really? How so?
Well, imagine some guy waltzes into your hometown dressed like an aristocrat from another
To je
planet.
prostě hodně
But
postav.
he knows all the local customs.
3 postavy na
Maybe you're
představení.
real taken aback, right?
Hey, I think you're being a little hard on the guy.
No, že to má
Some
37
tourists
minut.
do their
Nebo
research.
že v Genshitu bude
Well,
fontány a
don't you
to
think
zase
his
bude
healing
hodinový
abilities are a little mysterious?
stream, nebo jak
Like he
dlouhý je, hodina a
maybe
půl,
during the Stellaron
kde to bude
crisis?
ve studiu představovat
I
ten.
mean, if I'm a traveler merchant, I'm gonna want some first aid skills under my belt.
Exactly.
It's a dangerous career.
No byl ve story příběhu, ale byl jak kdyby, ale byl v tvé partě a moc vidět, jaké má ability a spely. Ale jenom, že se nemohl používat ani ovládat, protože to automaticky používalo se.
Jeez, you guys have an answer for everything. Is this the Law-Cha fan club or something?
Yes, let's start one.
Well, what about the coven he carries around with him? Nothing out of the ordinary there, right?
Yeah, you got me there.
Yeah, that's suspicious.
I'm not so sure. Everyone needs a conversation starter, right? Especially traveling merchants. Think about it. If you walk past this guy, the coffin's gonna draw your attention, right? You'll probably ask him about it, and before you know it, he sold you a new set of shower curtain rings.
You know something? That kind of makes sense.
Pretty smart.
I see.
And if you find people are in need of a few shower curtain rings, I happened upon the finest collection of authentic Xianzhou bathroom wear. Beautiful stuff. Low prices, too.
Touching the original question here. Is Law-Cha a good guy or villain?
I don't think we have enough information.
All right, then. Guess all you trailblazers have to make up your own minds. So, why don't we take a look at his abilities?
Ooh, now we're talking. Law-Cha is an imaginary type character following the path of abundance. For a man with medical
Já budu
knowledge,
mít dost.
it's not
Teď už mám
surprising
12
that he's
000
strong
krystalů.
on protection. He can offer healing to and dispel debuffs from his allies. For example, Law-Cha's skill can restore an ally's HP. When the HP of any ally falls below a certain percentage, Law-Cha uses his skill on them without consuming any skill points. This effect can be triggered again after a set number of turns.
Emergency healing, huh? Important for team survival.
Sure is. After unlocking a special trace, using Law-Cha's skill also dispels a debuff from an ally. Using Law-Cha's ultimate, Death Wish, dispels one buff from and deals imaginary damage to all enemies.
In other words, if you've got an enemy that's always buffing themselves or debuffing your allies, Law-Cha has an important role to play.
Hodně OP oni
And
vlastně.
here's something else. Every time Law-Cha uses his skill or ultimate, he grants himself one stack of Abyss Flower. Now, when the Abyss Flower reaches a certain number of stacks, Law-Cha deploys a field against the enemy, which lasts for a set number of turns. When the field is active, allies recover a
OP
set
healer.
amount of HP whenever they make an attack.
I support.
And that's not all. After unlocking a special trace, attacks against enemies in the field can restore ally HP.
Ale u těch postav můžeš hodně věcí odemknout. To v Genshinu
During
není prostě.
exploration, when Law-Cha uses his technique Mercy of a Fool, his field will be immediately generated at the start of the next battle.
Sheesh. Mr. Law-Cha. Mysterious
Právě.
origins and extraordinary skills.
Tak, teď tu máme Yukong. Tu chci. Máme Fox. Postava další. Ve čtvrém, že to je zase čtverka.
There's somebody else here we gotta get to. I'm talking about the elegant, sky-faring
Yukong.
Hellmaster, Madam Yukong.
About time, too! Well, from commerce, cargo, passengers, all the way through to the Air Force, the Skyfaring Commission is in charge of all matters relating to flight.
Fox
Yukong is
mámí.
the head of that commission, so the above falls
Já tam
right
mám
under her
webkameru.
remit.
Nice. Speaking of flight, it seems like star skiffs are the most emblematic means of transportation.
To
on the
tam má
Xianzhou.
kamera.
Yeah, they're
A
a
tak to
common
asi
sight in the
nevadí.
Xianzhou skies. Yukong can fly them, right?
A ona si to zaslouží.
I'd say she's pretty handy with a star skiff. When she was young, it was Yukong's flying skills that saw her promoted by the general. That's how she joined the Skyfaring Commission. She soon became an ace among the other pilots.
Huh? That's not the story I heard.
All right, you got me. Here's the director's cut. Yukong ran 6 red lights in a row. She was dragged straight in front of the general and...
I get the picture. Sometimes rebels get noticed.
You're only young once.
6 red lights, huh? Disclaimer, trailblazers, don't try that at home. Well, her rebellious streak might be a thing of the past, but she's still as sharp as ever. Ton, give us the lowdown.
Coming right up. Yukong is an imaginary type character following the path of harmony. Her skill Emboldening Salvo grants her 2 stacks of Roaring Bowstrings. When Roaring Bowstrings is active, the attack of all allies increases. Yukong loses 1 stack of Roaring Bowstrings with every allied turn.
In other words, Yukong's skill can increase allies' attack for 2 turns.
You got it. During exploration, using
Ooh.
Yukong's technique increases her movement speed for a set time. It also allows her to obtain 2 stacks of Roaring Bowstrings at the start of the next battle.
Ooh, sounds like a good recipe for shaking off enemy pursuers.
Using Yukong's
Je to, ale co já vím, tak v Genshinu na streamech jsou nejenom... Ne, to není pravda. V Genshinu na streamech jsou i 4. A i 4 jsou na streamech. V posledním special programu byla i Kirara, ne? A to je 4. postava, to ne. V Genshinu jsou na streamech 5 i 4 taky. A i 4 jsou na streamech v Genshinu. Všechny postavy 5 i 4, které jsou nové, tak v Genshin Special Program streamech jsou ukázány, představeny. Bylo to vždycky tak. Můžeš si to i najít, když napíšeš Genshin a ty Special Program streamy, nebo u mě. A Honkai Star to má to samé, bývají vždycky.
basic attack triggers her talent 7 layers, 1 arrow, which deals additional damage and increases the toughness reducing damage of the current attack. This effect can be triggered again after a set number of turns.
Ah.
When Yukong unleashes her ultimate, Diving Kestrel, she deals imaginary damage to a single target. If Roaring Bowstrings is active, its effect is enhanced, increasing the crit rate and crit damage of all allies. Days on the front lines may be over, but Yukong's skills didn't go anywhere. Maybe one day we'll get to see her take flight once again.
Ooh.
Mně se líbí, že to je imagery. Já takovou postavu
Man,
nemám.
we're really spoiled for choice with these characters, huh? Still, let's not forget what else we've got coming up.
Tak ukažte.
Version 1.1, we'll be welcoming 2 brand new light cones to the warp. First up, Incessant Rain.
Jo,
Bubblegum in the rain, huh? That's a move.
jasně.
The Silverwolf energy is strong in this one.
You got that right.
To je prostě ty obrázky.
So we don't want to tidy the room?
So true. She's like, I told you, Kafka. I'm gonna tidy it as soon as version 1.1 finishes downloading.
Sure.
The second light cone is the Path of Abundances, Echoes of the Coffin. See, it
Já
looks
nemám
like a
právě to
snapshot of
Glastus, ten atribut, nebo jak to říct.
talking to the coffin?
Wow, looks like some kind
Ten
of
žlutý
thorny
prostě.
vines are emerging from beneath the lid. So many questions. I get a sense of mystery and elegance, but there's also a kind
Vím, že ty
of
postavy jsou tady prostě rozpohybovanější víc než na těch
Well,
Genshin
one
Impact
thing's for sure.
streamech.
If people weren't curious about Lacha's coffin yet, they are now.
Just a man in his ornately decorated vine-producing coffin. Nothing to see here, folks.
Whatever you say, Craig. Check this out. During the first phase of version 1.1,
Ne,
the character...
takže ona... že v první část bude Silverwolf, kde bude a s ní budou tyto 3 postavy. Já si nepamatuju ty jména, takže sorry, ale bude od 28.6. Ne, do 28.6., ne? Jo, do 28.6., protože dneska je 27.5. Takže jo, 17 hodin. Tak to budu no uvidím. Já ji zkusím podle toho, kolik budu mít těch krystalů a tiketů, no. Tak bych 1-2 multi zkusil na ní dát. Uvidím, ale prostě Kafka, musím šetřit tu Kafku, protože já věřím, že bude. Líkeři říkali, že tyhle 3 postavy budou v update 1.1 a měli pravdu. Takže já si myslím, že s tou Kafkou a Bladem, nebo hlavně s tou Kafkou budou mít pravdu. Takže Yukong bude s ním.
The drop rate of the 5-star light cone incessant rain will be boosted. During the second phase of version 1.1 in the character Lake Pursuit, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5.
Jo, takže to nám mají napovídat, kdy bude končit. Do 18.7., tedy do půlky července, bude druhá fáze warpu. Takže to znamená, že jestli to bude v Genshinu, do 18. července, tady se mi líbí, že tu mají prostě i ty datumy už napsané. Takže to znamená, že do 18. července do 3 hodin bude poslední tahleta fáze těch postav a jak to skončí, tak následující den nebudou možná žádné, anebo už vyjde update, anebo ten další. Takže buď 19. nebo 20. července bude update 1.2. Což je super, protože to budu mít to mi začíná dovolena. Takže Takže pokud vyjde Kafka v první fázi, by to bylo nejlepší ještě. Doufám. Takže OK. To v Genshinu taky není.
During the same phase.
No myslíš, že ta Yukong je s ním.
The drop rate of the 5-star light cone echoes of the coffin will be boosted. I almost forgot to mention. When version 1.2 rolls around, Trailblazers can take part in an in-game event to obtain the 4-star character Yukong.
Nice. Takže v updateu 1.2 bude event, kde Yukong budeme moct získat zdarma. Takže možná i vyše warpovat nebudu, ne? Pochopil jsem tak.
During the same phase, in the light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone
echoes of the
coffin will be boosted. I almost forgot to mention. When version
když verze 1. bude jako jde, Trailblazers bude moct získat in-game eventu takovou postavu Yukong zdarma. Tak to je super.
Details for this event will be announced through official channels in the not too distant future.
Nice.
Ooh, awesome.
Let's take a break for a minute here, but when we get back, we'll be talking version 1.
Super. Druhý kód. Tak to je super, že tak to hodně vyzradili, jako to v Genshinu se nic nemůže, no oni to ještě někdy do budoucna něco řeknou. Ale super, že v 1.2 bude free aspoň jedenkrát. Tak to je super. Uvidíme, jak budu mít našetřené, no.
I heard the same thing. At the start of the story, Kafka and Silverwolf invaded Herta space station. Kafka's mission was to awaken the Trailblazer. Silverwolf's mission was to help Kafka infiltrate the space station systems and locate the hidden Stellaron. But that wasn't enough for Silverwolf.
I can believe that. She's been on the IPC's wanted list for as long as I can remember.
During the invasion, she left behind some kind of digital graffiti. Just her way of letting everyone know Silverwolf was here.
Way to rub it in their faces, Silverwolf. Still, artists need an outlet.
This all sounds like classic
Bude, no.
Silverwolf energy.
Nebo nebude na ní event, bude prostě nějaký event, ve kterém se objeví třeba, ale budeš jí tam moc získat hlavně.
Kind of fitting, don't you think?
Seriously?
No way.
Afraid so. I think she was destined for this kind of behavior. Anyway, In the Star Hunt game event, the Trailblazers receive an invite from the space station's network security engineer.
To nám zase
Leonard.
jako
They have to help Leonard
Litecoiny,
locate
ne?
the digital graffiti hidden across the station and uncover the secrets inside.
Wait, there are secrets hidden inside the graffiti? But if it's all
To
digital...
vyjde den po updateu 19. Hej, tak to se mi hodně líbí na těch streamech, že tu mají přesně i napsané. Sice to tak nemusí platit, může se něco podělat, že se to může odložit update a tak, že ty updaty mají napsané přesně kdy co je. To se mi líbí, že tu jsou ty datumy. Když já třeba Genshin to nemá. Možná to změní v příštím special stream programu, který bude na 3.8 update nebo od 4.0. To tam budou mít taky, ale co si tak vzpomínám, tak to tam neměli ty datumy. Já se jenom podívám, kdy bude ten první... Co moc? Tady to bude. Ona má být... Aha, tak tu není. Tu je napsané, kdy končí. 28.6. Jo, ale není napsané, kdy začíná, takže tu není den ještě přesně. Ale protože tam je... Kdy začíná ten event? 19.6. Já nevím, kdy je 19.6. Momentos, 19. Ne, 19.6. že to končí, aha, já jsem blbec. Jo.
They have to help Leonard locate the digital graffiti hidden across the station and uncover the secrets inside.
Wait, there are secrets hidden inside the graffiti? But if it's all digital... Oh, I bet you need to hack into it or something.
You might be right. We also get to meet a new Genius Society member. One of Madame Hurt's collaborators.
Že bude hratelný tady ten
He'll be helping the
Skrull.
Trailblazers too.
Boy, haven't we seen Skrullin before somewhere?
I think we saw a hologram portrait of him in Herta's office. He's a robot, right?
A robot Genius Society member. Interesting. I bet he's got a few hacker skills up his sleeve. If he's helping us out too, I'm sure we'll be fine.
You know what I found out? Silverwolf and Skrullum actually faced off against each other once. You can see a snapshot of their fight in the We Will Meet Again light cone.
Whoa.
Litecoin,
Hey,
no.
Skrullum, looking kind of handsome.
Má být
there.
hratelný někdy v
Geez, his
budoucnu.
portrait really doesn't do him
Myslí si
justice.
to.
You know, if you and the Lyco need a moment here, the rest of us can head out.
Love a handsome robot.
I guess this event will be the second time Skrullum's come up against Silverwolf's mischief then. Old enemies locking horns once again.
Ooh, guess it does kind of feel like a rematch.
I gotta mention that graffiti again. Anyone else feel like it'd make for a good tattoo? I feel like some of these characters could pull it off.
I don't think that feature is coming to Star Rail anytime soon.
Oh, what?
But I did hear that the designs are collectible. The Trailblazer can apply them to in-game surfaces and take photos with the artwork.
Nice.
Collecting the graffiti designs also allows you to unlock the limited 4-star light cone
A když to
before
uděláš,
the
ty
tutorial
dostaneš.
mission starts. Complete the event mission to obtain
Okay.
Always Smiling, which can be exchanged in the event shop for limited light cone special superimposition material, as well as stellar jade.
Hey, that's another good-looking light cone. Not to change the subject or anything, but I gotta ask, is that Albert merch I'm seeing over there?
It looks so fluffy! I want one!
Well, to mention it, why don't I introduce you to the HypeBC's merchandise department? If you guys had your own merch, they'd be sold out in no time.
První event a ještě 3 by měl.
Let's just get back to version 1.1 for now. In the story thus far, Belobog has finally emerged from the Stellaron shadow. But there's a lot left to do. The city is going through changes. Any of you guys want to shed some light?
I heard a thing or two. Now that the underworld and overworld are reconnected, things are definitely heading in a better direction.
Je
One recent
příběh?
development, Belobog's History Museum is getting ready to reopen to the public.
Museum? I love museums. Oh, don't you wish you could take the exhibits home with you, though?
The only problem is exhibits are being stolen. Anything you'd like to tell us, Melissa?
Oh, wait a minute. I only literally just found out they had a museum. How could it have been me?
I didn't say it was you.
Oh.
Prime suspect.
No, the
Anyway, in
event.
the Everwinter City Museum Ledger of Curiosities event, the Trailblazer must
Tak
help
ten
Kayla track down clues and
9.6.
recover the lost exhibits.
10 hodin. Tak já si myslím, tak to bude první event, který vyjde a po 26.6. končí a pak má vyjít ten event s tu Silver Wolf. Takže to znamená, že 9. je v pátek. Tak já si myslím, že prostě buď 7. nebo 6. vyjde update. Já nevím, jak to teď vychází. Musel bych se podívat, kdy končí Battle Pass.
Sounds great.
Well, that's not all. The Trailblazer can take on managerial responsibilities and help run the place.
To nevím.
Huh. So what does that involve exactly?
I'm glad you asked. The Trailblazer can do things like collect exhibits and enlist other individuals to improve the overall experience for visitors. After achieving specific operational goals, they can accumulate funds to expand the museum's exhibits and gradually unlock limited-time rewards, such as stellar
To je tolik
jade,
krystalů
lost
můžeš
crystals,
získat.
and self-modeling resin.
Sounds like fun. I'm sure it'll be a piece of cake.
When the limited-time event is over, the museum will remain as a mode within the game. Trailblazers can return to the museum at any time to check out the collection and catch up with colleagues.
No, říká se to, ale nikde jsem neviděl oficiálně.
Please, don't hesitate to get in touch with the IPC.
Takže druhý event víme, ještě by měli 2, ne? Jak to je Genshin?
Gotta get ahead of myself.
Deep breath, Albert. Not everything is an IPC sales pitch.
Thanks, Don. This is what happens if you read commercials for a living.
No worries. Kinda did sound like a useful service. Maybe the IPC should look into it.
I'm sure our Trailblazers are more interested in the content of the new version. Let's get back on track.
All right. A researcher from the space station found
Třetí
a combat
event.
simulation program of unknown origin called Stellar Flare, which contains a series of new challenge stages.
10.7.
More challenges?
Every stage in Stellar Flare has a challenge theme and corresponding special mechanism. Trailblazers will have to think outside the box and use any advantages offered by the mechanisms to complete the stage in as few turns as possible.
Sounds like the Forgotten Hall to me.
The difference with Stellar Flare is that the special mechanisms might require completely new ways of thinking about combat. For example, in
To je
some
dobré, co se mi líbí, že zatím tam není tolik jako planet a těch vesmírných stanic nebo další věci nebo tak, takže zase to by to nevadilo, kdyby se tam nevraceli, ale OK, je to pěkný, jakože spíš, ať se tam vrací do budoucnu.
Leveled up enough characters. Is it impossible for me to complete the challenge?
Don't worry. To assist Trailblazers in completing the challenge, every Stellar Flare stage has a trial character suited to the theme.
You don't say. I can get behind that.
To mi nevadí, protože já už ty postavy mám
The Garden of
lepší.
Plenty event. Recently, the cosmos has entered a turbulent cycle, and the calyxes are unusually active.
Jo,
The
budou
reality data contained within them has grown exponentially.
zvýšené dropy, ne? Tak v Genshinu na
It
double.
means that over a fixed time period, Trailblazers have a set number of daily attempts to obtain double
to
the
tam,
rewards from
jo,
calyxes.
double.
Leveling
Jasno.
up, here we come. The
To je
next event
hodně
we're gonna
brzo
talk about
dali.
is called Lab
A
Assistant
poslední
in
čtvrtý
Position.
event.
Wen Sherling is a Department of Implement
Huh?
Arts researcher on Herta Space Station, and she's currently preparing research topics needed for the next quarter. However, the
já si myslím, že to
antimatter
bude poslední,
Legion's
ne?
invasion has messed up her progress.
Oni to mají tak na
As a
přeskáčku
result,
ty
Wen
eventy, ty
Sherling
datumy
has
tam.
asked the Trailblazer to help her collect monster materials for use in her research topic. If the Trailblazer collects
Hodně
and
krystalů
submits
za
the experimental
70, ty vole.
materials required on a given day, they can receive corresponding rewards.
I got a question, Dawn.
Fire away.
These are Space Station and Bellabog events, right? Aren't there any events or missions on the Xianzhou Luofu?
You beat me to it.
Oh.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up. In version 1.1, 3 new companion missions are destined for the Xianzhou Luofu.
Jo,
These
kompletně.
missions will involve Bailu, Yanqing, and Luocha. As for the specifics, I'm gonna keep that a secret for now. We can't go spoiling all the fun, can we?
What? Not even one detail?
Come on, Don. Can you give us a little something? We're on the edge of our seats here.
Zatím ten event není na té
All right.
čínské lodi, když to řeknu.
Do you guys remember the girl with the blindfold in the opening trailer? And now, young man, allow me to give you a dignified end.
I was wondering who she was.
Well, all I'll say is that she and the Xianzhou have a complicated past.
Já si myslím, že jo. Záleží, jestli ten Blade, jestli vyjde s Kafkou, jestli bude první Kafka nebo on. Takže to máš času hodně.
Surprises are worth waiting for.
Oh, I hate waiting.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm afraid that's all you're getting. However, I do have a little info on some other updates.
O další update.
Interested?
Sure, I guess.
Well, if nobody's that interested, then I suppose I'll just...
Of course we're interested.
No, povídej.
Albert, you're interested, right? That's better, good boy.
Nicely done, Melissa. The check-in event Gift of Odyssey will also be arriving in version 1.1. For the length of this version, as long as Trailblazers log in
takže
for
dalších 10
7 days,
free.
they can acquire 10 Star Rail special passes.
10 free warps? Nice.
OK, další multi, takže...
Version 1.1 will also see some system updates. When Trailblazers need to obtain leveling materials that only a certain type of enemy can produce, they can instantly teleport to an area where the enemy
Jo,
is
a děje
present,
Kafka první, já
as
chci
well as
první Kafku.
pinpoint the precise location of the enemy
10
on the map
tiketů
with a
zase
marker.
dostaneme.
Sounds like a real time saver.
Wait until you hear this. Once the enemy in question is defeated, the marker will automatically move to the location of the next enemy. After all marked enemies on a map have been defeated, Trailblazers can continue to pinpoint enemies on other maps. This process can be repeated until all daily respawned enemies of a certain type have been defeated.
Oh, that's a lifesaver. I barely found my way to the studio today.
There's also a small combat surprise in store. During combat, trotters that have lost their way may randomly enter battle. As long as the trotter is defeated before it manages to flee, additional leveling materials can be obtained.
Enemy geolocation and additional material opportunities? Devs, I owe you one.
Last but not least, in order to help Trailblazers stay in touch, version 1.1 also has a friend chat function.
So you mean
To tam není
aside
teďka
from
ještě?
helping friends through support assist, we can send them messages too?
You got it.
Tam není.
Doesn't matter if they're old companions
To se ani
or
nevšim.
acquaintances.
That's the spirit of trailblazing right there.
Oh, hey, Albert, what's your account? Let me add you.
What?
I need to add you. You can be my personal IPC customer service. What do you think?
Hello. Hey, don't get any ideas because I nearly made up a service that doesn't
Lol. Taká základní věc, také v dnešních hrách jako multiplayerových chatování a to tam není. To si
I'm
nevšiml.
gonna need those account details too.
Count me in. Sorry to jump on the bandwagon here, Albert, but you're a celebrity anchor for the IPC. Everyone wants to be your friend.
Fine, but I'm switching my account the next chance I get. Time for today's third redemption code.
Jako všechny ty líky, které já jsem viděl, tak co se týče ten event, co je teďka, to boxování, ale těch nových eventů, co teďka ukazovali, těch postav, tak zatím všechno podle těch líků, na to, že ty líky byly hned už skoro, jak vyšla ta hra, jsou pravdivé zatím. Takže já si myslím, že ty, co byly oznámené, co teďka budou vycházet ty líky taky, ale nějak jsem nezaregistroval, nebo jestli tam bude příběh nějak pokračovat, asi jo, ne, nebo mluvili o tím, nebo to bude furt. Teď jsem vůbec, nevím. Jako to chatu jsem si vůbec neregistroval. Tak poslední kód, tak na konci a nějak je to konec, ne?
So when you're having fun, looks like our special program has come to an end.
Darn.
But as the first guest on the program, you guys got any thoughts, reflections, complaints?
Oh, it's been an honor to be on the show, Albert. I gotta say, we covered a lot of ground. Now I'm even more excited for the updates. Fingers crossed I get Silverwolf.
Yeah, seriously, same.
Greg, how you feeling?
I feel like I've got more questions than I came in with. What new directions will Lacha take
Hodně
the
postav,
story
teď si
in?
myslím, bude
Who's
vycházet.
stealing exhibits from the museum? And what about those companion missions?
The companion
Guess we'll have
missions.
to find out the
Ale není
answers
to
in
hlavní
game.
příběh.
Yeah.
For real. As for me, well, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Taky,
I've seen a
jestli,
lot
takže
of you
příběh
calling up
nebude
now,
pokračovat.
but This was the first time I got to understand her moves and role
No,
on the
uvidíme.
battlefield. She's so cool. I kinda want to be her. Then again, I guess I kinda am her.
I had to double check that for a second, huh? Well, that's it for the Honkai Star Rail version 1.1 special program. I want to thank all you trailblazers today for tuning in, and hey, we'll see you on the flip side.
See you in the game.
Bye. See you when I see ya.
everyone.
Later, guys.
Řekl, jestli ten stream, nebo že ty postavy prostě byly více rozpohybované než u toho Genshinu. Jako je to kravina, blbost, nikdo si to nevšíma, ale že více měli taky propracovanější ten stream. A všechny ty líky, co jsem viděl, tak se ho potvrdili, takže já si myslím, že ty líky, co se týče následujících updateů, taky budou. A tady ty kody mají vypsané. Ani když dám Genshin popisek, tak mám pocit, že ty kody tam vůbec nejsou ani napsané. Tady jsou. Je super. Jenom chci se podívat, když dáme Facebook. Čekaj, dám sebe. Jenom se ještě na to podívám, nechci to zdržovat, už tu máme tak hodinu streamu. A když dáme Facebook. Dobrý. Jo, že tu je ten stream. Nebo nějaký soutěž. Jo, a když jdeme dolů. Aha, tak Luka bude nová čtverková postava. Ty jsi to psal, ne? Já ne. Jo. Tak v updateu 1.2 bude Blade. Třeba nová pětková postava, Wind. Elektro Kafka. Tady je vlastně pod deštníkem Blade a tu je ta Snowwolf. No a nová čtverka Luka. Teď doufám, že Kafka bude první, no. A hodně brzo to oznámili, tak jako s těma postavama jsme se setkali už, že, takže za mě je to dobrý, no. To jsem extrémně zvětšený. Takže jo, to by bylo asi všecko pro dnešní stream a spíš záznam, protože, jak říkám, jsem zdechlej to natáčet. Z prvního special programu chystaného updateu 1.1 do hry Honkai Starlay. A jsem zvědavý na další, kolik těch updateů do konce roku vyjde. Moc jich asi nebude, když ta hra vyšla teď v květnu. Uvidíme, jestli 4 ještě video a tak. A jaké postav se dočkáme. Samozřejmě tím, jak budou nové updatey a v tom updateu bude příběh, tak se nové postavy objeví. Takže jsem na to zvědavý, těším se na to. Svůj názor můžete napsat do dolu popisku videa. Jak se těšíte na následující update na .1 anebo na budoucí postavy a tak. Kafka, Blade a Luka nové postavy hratelné, které budou v updateu 1.2, který by měl vyjít někdy ke konci července, kolem 20. já nevím něco. A to je tak vše, určitě to budu opět streamovat, možná ten den to bude vycházet, nebo jak teďka, později, ale určitě to natočím. A co se týče streamu z Honkai, furt to slibuju a zatím byl jenom jeden. Budu se snažit v blízké době to fakt do toho se více to streamovat, ale uvidíme, jak to bude. To je ode mě vše, já se s váma loučím, všem, co byli na streamu nebo během streamu přišli, tak moc děkuju a já se s váma pro dnešní sobotní večer loučím, užijte si zbytek sobotního večera a někdy příště u dalších videí nebo streamů. Čau.